So our Impressionist artwork, we have gone ahead and done our chalk rubbings and they came out fantastic. We pull this one. So we have all of those, and we have, let me pull these, our marker ones that we have done that we let bleed out, and they look completely different. So remember when we were talking before, I said to make sure when you're doing the marker, give it time to sit. If you pick it up too soon, you are going to end up with your set colors. Make sure you give them time to just sit and bleed and all of those colors play together, because that's what the water does. You can kind of see this one I may have hung up a little bit too soon. It had the little marks at the top where my clothespins are from my hanging system. But anyways, I want to show you how we're going to go ahead and make them look a little bit more like we may want them to with our Impressionist artwork. So to start with, let's do our flowers. Hold on just a sec. My cat wants to come in. It's raining. So if we go ahead and do our flower garden, I really like both of these. Also going to grab my crayons, not my markers. Markers are going to give you really bright, sharp lines, which we already bled out. Crayons, when you draw lightly, they have more of a texture to them, so you can mix the colors and it works much better. So let me go ahead and clean this up really quickly. That way I have room to work because we got a lot to do. So when we think about flower gardens, one of the things we may want to add some of are leaves or stems or even some other colors to our flowers. So this almost with a dark green at the bottom looks like that might be where some of them come from. So if I have the green at the bottom, I may want that to be where some of my flower petals, or not my flower petals, my flower stems are coming from. So I'm not really adding a lot, I'm just adding some lines. It could be my stems. Now with some of the flowers, I do really like how some of them seem to have centers. So this, those dark blue, kind of look like they could be part of a flower. We could add that there. The little ones there. So notice how I'm not really adding too terribly much. And actually I'm going to go in with pink over here, because that seems to be what's there, and scribble in some of that. So we come up here with the blue. We can go in and turn this into a little bit of a flower. Just add some lines. And it kind of looks like some of the splotches. Look like flowers already. So we're not adding a lot. We're adding a little bit here and there. to maybe have a little bit more. Just a few spaces. And really that's it. So I've not added too much because we don't want it to be direct flowers. When you look at it, you can see it a little bit, but it has the impression of a flower garden with those stems coming up. So this already looks a little bit more like a flower garden. From here, we can do the same thing with our stems, our idea. See how I'm being really loose with my lines? We have Olive to get down Smoky. It's me, Kitty, who decided to say hi and help. We're gonna add in all of these different designs. So from here, we have the splotches with red. What if we came in and added some pink, or even a little bit darker, some purple. With our purple, we came in and added some of our blue. And our lines all the way around. And even extend with a little bit more purple. So when we look at it up close, it kind of looks, aha, there we go. Like it messed with all of these different little lines here and there. But when we look at it far away, they blend in together really very nicely. So back here, kind of have our blue. So I'm not changing a whole lot. I'm sticking with the designs that were already there. Ones that we had already drawn in and that kind of ended up bleeding out tons and tons of our green, because that'll help with our directional lines. And notice how, again, I'm not worried about not drawing over where I've already drawn. I'm simply adding to it. Scribbles here and there. And the fun thing about this is there's not a right or wrong. So there we have two of our different flower gardens. We have with our crayon drawn over top, so you can see it a little bit more clearly, but for the most part we let our background do the talking. with all of our different colors. And we can always keep going back and adding more and more, which is what's really, really fun about them. But I'm good with that. So those are flower gardens. I hope you guys have fun creating your flower gardens and all of the different designs and little color scribbles you might want to add.